Grand Rising. Hope everybody's well. Let's ask the angels, saints, and ancestors and guides into our space to provide love and divine messages for our highest and greatest good. You're surrounded in divine white light, and so it is. All right, I'm going to ask you to tap in. Let me know you're here and you're present. You can receive a message. Tapping in means connecting, saying yes to receive, as well as allowing. You can also like, share, comment, and subscribe to support our channel. All right, let's tap in, guys, and get a message for today. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Let's see. Interesting. High Priestess and Three of Cups. Nine of Cups. High Priestess. I like this High Priestess card. It's pretty cool. Three of Cups. Nine of Cups. I feel like there could be energy observing you. I feel like this could be somebody who's also associated to maybe a community, a group. Maybe this is representing a collective here. All right, there's Justice at the bottom of the deck. What do you want to tell us? What's unknown or unseen about the Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups? Four of Cups. Interesting. All right, so I feel like there might be something that you've been waiting for. Or maybe you're just a bit like, ugh, I'm over it already. Yeah, you know, there could be this energy of you feeling like things are taking longer than expected. Maybe there's a lot of things playing out that you might not necessarily know or see. There could be secrets coming out as well. I feel like there is this energy of all your dreams and wishes coming true, okay? And it's almost like it's going to come in when you least expect it. It's like when you're not paying attention, when you're distracted even. Maybe this comes in and you're like, ugh, I can't even. Like, don't bother me energy. Oh, okay. I feel like this could be something that, like, you may have even spoken about this or something. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Ten of Wands. Okay. Two of Wands in reverse. Wheel of Fortune. Oof. Okay. All right. So there was like a failure to launch. Okay. And as a result of that failure to launch, there's been some sort of closure, some sort of ending, some sort of completion. I feel like someone is feeling a bit like things have come to an end, but maybe they feel burdened by this because maybe they didn't think that they would be in the position that they're in. All right, I am getting the Seven of Cups. So I'm getting like there was this breadcrumbing, there was this giving to multiples, there was this like trickery going on or lack of clarity going on here. You know, and then I'm getting like there could have been some sort of competition here. But I feel like it had something to do with like a friend group. Okay, so This could be either like a group that you are aware of but not directly involved in. Okay, so I feel like you're aware of the group, but you're not directly involved in the group. And I'm getting like someone here, all right, this Nine of Cups may have wanted to be a bit like you, High Priestess, but maybe doesn't have the emotional experiences that you have had in your life. Therefore, maybe they're not able to express something to the extent that you do. I don't know. One sec. All right, and there is some sort of ending here. And then I have the Moon. So I'm picking up some weird energy with this. It's almost like somebody wanted to be a copycat or compete or somehow affect how others see you in some way. Okay? So it's almost like they didn't want people to respect you or honor you. They wanted people to see as if you have no value or worth, or there's something wrong here. Like there's something wrong with you. But there isn't anything wrong with you. They just wanted to be able to continue to play their games behind your back. And when you called them out, you know, they had to own up maybe to what they've been doing. I feel like there is this burden now. Maybe they thought they'd be able to swing back around here, but you're not interested in any of that. You'd rather choose yourself. You'd rather be by yourself. It's not the love that you want because it's not actual love, because you know what divine love is. All right. And you're not willing to accept less than that. I'm getting this was a lesson learned here. Eight of Swords tells me that there were self-limiting beliefs here that contributed to some sort of lesson playing out here for somebody. Let's see what else we get. So I'm getting like the Nine of Cups is an energy that really surrounds themselves with like almost like false usually the Nine of Cups is like hopes and dreams and wishes come true. So I'm getting like this energy is kind of like staring at this High Priestess, okay? So it's kind of like, I want what you have energy. And they may have manipulated and emotionally manipulated a group to kind of put you out in the cold so that you couldn't help out the group or help out the community in some way. They may have even paid or invested energy to create some sort of illusions and burdens so that there was some sort of blockage moving forward, a lack of clarity, or having the will to move on to another cycle. All right, so I feel like maybe there's some information coming out about this at this time. Okay. Let's see. Look at Queen of Swords, yeah. Okay, let's see. Queen of Swords is going to speak her truth. All right, so the Queen of Swords it's almost like there was a surrendering of this, or something was sacrificed here. I do have the Two of Cups, so this can represent like some sort of partnership, right? Seven of Swords. There's like a snake in the grass here. Somebody who's secretly trying to get away with something. So I'm getting like you called somebody out. Okay, and they were having a secret love affair is what I'm getting. Yeah, this was an ending here. So you may have ended something with somebody because they put you in a third party situation. Could have been somebody that they deal with, that you don't directly know, but they know you through this person. And I feel like they collaborated to come against you and create some sort of blockage. Okay? You may have had a family dynamic with them, or this could be a past person that you have a family with. I'm getting like they know that you have something coming in that is going to replace them and that's going to be better than them. And they're not wanting that to happen. So they're coming up with a scheme to prevent this somehow. Okay, so, right, 10 of Swords. So this also can be the plans that they had that are coming out. So I feel like there's maybe information coming out about this. The lengths in which this karmic couple went to try to block you. Look at 10 of Pentacles. They did it because they were promised wealth. Okay, they were promised something by this karmic energy that it'll be worth it. Yeah, 8 of Swords. There was a lot of spiritual attacking going on, a lot of projecting, a lot of trying to spiritually bound somebody so that they can't practice or be in their vibration, their high vibration, so that they feel scared, threatened, haunted, unable to be well. All right. Yeah, look at 5 of Cups. 4 of Cups to the 5 of Cups. So I'm getting like there's a bit of realizing things now, maybe from a different perspective. I'm getting like this past energy is now realizing that they trapped themselves with this karmic, and they're going to have to learn their karma from this karmic. And they're realizing that all those options didn't pan out the way they expected. In fact, they sacrificed something here that wasn't worth sacrificing, but they had to experience all the burdens of this to come to this realization. Okay, juggling you, they juggled themselves right out of your life. So there's a bit of like being in the feelings here. Someone's in their feelings. Look at the Hermit. Yeah, I feel like you received divine guidance that this was going on behind the scenes. Okay, you go within, you protect your peace, and you protect your energy with the Hermit. All right, the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like somebody was used possibly during rituals, or there was rituals done. Okay, we have a Knight of Wands, okay, and the 7 of Cups. Okay, so maybe there was, while you're protecting your peace and your energy, someone's over here playing with the most and doing the most, right? So you have no connection to this. This is something that they did with other people. They came up with a plan and they executed it. And now they're feeling the burdens of this. Because what they were trying to do was create heaviness and burdens so that someone couldn't go on their God-given mission. Okay, I feel like you overcame and persevered whatever they tried to do. Okay. I feel like you saw the shots fired. And now they find themselves in their own heartache and betrayal, being returned back to sender. Okay, and then we also have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So their investments have not panned out. In fact, the money spent to affect you and what you do, and you speaking your truth and telling your story, is whatever they invested in is falling out of their pocket and returning to yours. I feel like anything that they've invested in is it's not working. And I feel like they keep watching to see if it works, and every time it doesn't work. They may be contemplating bringing you an offer, but they know that, I feel like there's a bit of fear of like what you'll say, because the Queen of Swords is very cutting. She, you know, speaks the truth. There's this knowing. All right, Two of Cups. So this is somebody who knows the situation for what it is, sees it for what it is, and has left it. But there's this energy dealing with karma right now, trying to figure out how they can get out of dealing with their karma. And they think that coming towards you is the right decision. So, let's see. The part of this is them realizing the other perspective of this lesson, okay? So they're just, there's this like other experience playing out here still. Your part may have been done, but there's another part playing out here still. Okay, Three of Wands. Yeah, there's this like something on the horizon here, something that there's plans being made. Okay, so it's almost like they realize like someone new is coming, and their time is up. Okay, so maybe they thought that they could swing back around, but come to find out like the time's up. I feel like this haunts them, this affects them, this, what they've done just ruminates in their brain over and over and over again. Okay, they're having, you know, a lot of incessant thoughts about you, the situation, and where they find themselves. And right now they find themselves stuck in some sort of spiritual jail with a karmic. They may be going to physical jail. There could be some sort of like binding that's happened here. Look at 7, 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands. So it's almost like your spirit team is like bang a left, and they like protect you and send you a different direction so that you can avoid whatever this person is sending your way. It's like they're continuing to send negative energy your way, and you're continuing to find ways to exit. All right. So it's like they're still trying to come up with plans here to keep you from moving forward. You know, the thing is that what they send your way, you use, right? And you help yourself, right? Like you have resources, you're having assistance here. Because you're meant to create, the Magician. Yeah, I feel like you're meant to create like and have emotional fulfillment. And so you very much could be working towards that. You might be working on someone who manifests a new life, a new existence, a new reality, a new earth. Okay, so I feel like you're not meant to stick around. You're meant to go in another direction. And this is something that you've manifested, this emotional support and happiness, as well as you've put in the work. So you align with this as well. Okay, regardless of what this energy from the past thinks or wants for you, you're also being reminded to not let the past hold you back. Okay, like their lessons are for them. All right. Okay, 9 of Swords. Yeah, someone is definitely in their head. Justice playing out here. All right, so things are being brought back into balance, okay? It's almost like it's like trying to prevent somebody from moving on from them. Okay, this person is a liar, a cheater, a snake. Okay, you want nothing to do with this energy. And they're messing with a full-blown magician, one that has self-mastery in some way. There's been a major transformation here. You are not the same person you used to be. So, like, you're not even in the same timeline anymore. I'm getting like they're in one timeline and you're in another. So it's like they can't reach you. Okay? It's like somehow you know what they're attempting and you have a way of like maneuvering out of it somehow. Okay? Let's see. Then we have justice playing out over here too. Look at Knight of Cups. Yeah, someone wants to play with your heart, thinking that is a smart idea. I feel like you're not going to play for the opposite team. Okay, I feel like this person has no loyalty. All right, with the Knight of Cups, like they're for everybody, right? They give a little bit over here, they give a little bit over there, right? And, you know, they're always hiding something as well. I'm getting like this person's hiding something. They're hiding the fact that they're still with this third party is what they're hiding. They want to pretend like they're not bound to that person in some way, shape, or form energetically, and that they are free and they're open to experience some sort of love offer here. I'm getting that like you're going to choose self-love instead because you know what it's like to be put in competition by this person and you're not interested. And so they're still up to their same old games. Okay? Look at the Moon. Yeah, there's secrets here. They have dirty little secrets. Okay? 5 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot going on behind the scenes. In the upright. 9 of Wands. 5 of Swords and the Moon. And the Devil coming flying out. Upright. Look at. Yeah. This person is realizing that they made a deal with the devil. And they think that their way out of it is to come towards you. And they know that you are the ticket to whatever energy this wants. Okay? So they're thinking that they can send some sort of energy your way or confuse you or create some sort of illusion to somehow create some sort of blockage. Okay, I'm getting like 9 of Wands, wounded warrior energy, the devil energy. All right, so I feel like they made a deal with the devil and it's none of your business. And so I'm getting like this is advice for you to mind your business and to stay out of theirs. Okay, I'm getting like none of this applies to you. All right, let the divine handle it. Okay, I'm also getting that. Look at this isn't for you. Okay, 5 of Swords. Like this person is a shell of themselves at this time. Okay, there's been a lot of spell work done. All right, there's been a lot of dark energy here, and someone's coming to collect, and it's not you, collective. So again, like protecting your energy, doing your energy cleansing and hygiene, and if you're picking up weird energy, do what you can to transmute it. All right, know that you are probably isolated and in some sort of position to be by yourself right now because of this. All right, things are coming to an end, okay? So let things play out. Just get out of the way. I'm getting get out of the way. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, continue to focus on the things that you're creating. I'm getting like use the energy to create with or manifest with or to continue to build something that you've been working on. This is like you painting something, writing something, singing something, producing something. Like, invest in yourself, invest in your own stability and security, right? There is this, like, you're good on your own. You don't need anyone, okay? This person's codependent. This person is dealing with their own challenges when it comes to their earthly desires and the things that they have taken action on. Okay, they're having to deal with the consequences of these things and their decisions. Four of Swords. Like, there's a trauma bond here. All right, and so what they've done is they have trauma bonded with this karmic here. They may have tried to trauma bond with you, or you had maybe a trauma bond with them in the past, but you have broken free from that. But now they're trauma bonded to a karmic energy over here. Okay, Four of Swords is you working on your connection and your healing process. This is going within for guidance, praying, meditating. King of Cups energy. Water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Let's see. I feel like there's like some sort of mental health focus here as well. I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but I'm getting like there could be like somebody really in their feelings, or even depressed or over consuming of something because they're not wanting to let a situation go. In fact, this energy is a bully. All right, so they may act out. Okay, they may have like you know, there's something that they're being called to pay attention to. Look, I have a tower at the bottom of the deck, so this is what's unseen here. Like, there's a tower, and it's going to be a spiritual lesson playing out here. All right, King of Cups. What is this? Knight of Swords. Eight of Wands. Going over the moon. What I'm getting is there's information coming out about somebody doing all the stuff in the dark. So what was going on in the background is coming to light. There's exposure for this King of Cups. Okay? And this is something that they fear. This is something that concerns them because it doesn't fit their narrative. Right? So all the lies that they've been telling, all right, all the stuff that they've been doing, you know, is behind the scenes, and now people are going to find out about it. Remember I was saying, like, there's dirty little secrets? That's what this is. Holy crap. Okay. Look at King of Wands, Page of Cups. And then we have a Fool. You have a new love offer coming in from a King of Wands, okay? And you're going to have a fresh start, a new beginning. And you are free and clear from, you know, somebody who may have been very immature, someone who, you know, felt like they had to prove themselves in order to have value and worth. I'm getting like you're having a new beginning with somebody else. And there's nothing they can do about it. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so the work that they were doing was to affect your self-mastery. Something that you've been doing over and over that you're getting really good at. Or this could be people at work, or this could be something you do for work. But whatever you're doing, you know, it's towards generational wealth or legacy or something that takes a lot of effort. And so they've been almost like trying to siphon this from you. Okay, so I feel like those efforts are being revealed. Like, I know we've been talking about this for a while, but I'm telling you, shit's hitting the fan now. Look at Nine of Pentacles. Look at, yeah, they were working with others to attack you in some way, shape, or form, defame you, right? Like maybe it's even people that they work with that were aware of this or know this or was participating in this. I feel like regardless of their attempts, you continue to grow and develop into something very beautiful and strong. This is like a glow up. Okay, so all the efforts helped you instead of helping them. So it's like an Uno reverse. This is like an Uno reverse situation, right? Because you elevated to the Empress, the Divine Mother. All right. Infinite possibility to create. And sure, do you think the devil wants an empowered Empress? I don't think so. So they go to great lengths to involve many, to create some sort of pain, suffering, blockage, drama, chaos, some sort of false narrative. Yeah, I feel like, you know, you've used this as a way to expand. You're divinely loved and protected. Okay, I feel like you may receive some sort of communication from the divine. It could be a clear channel. All right, and you're meant to create. Okay, you're meant to share this. You're meant to birth something new here. All right, Wheel of Fortune is that this is something that aligns with your destiny. Your destiny, your destined path is protected is what I'm getting. Oh. Okay. Yeah, and then we have the Ten of Swords and the Hierophant. Yeah, I'm getting like there is a massive ending playing out, and this is that person's karma, right? For trying to block and affect an Empress and their destined path and journey. There is some sort of like spiritual hating going on. All right, we have the so we have a Ten of Cups, the Magician, the Eight of Wands, and the Hierophant. So what I'm getting is that this is your desired outcome. And this is your birthright. And everything you've experienced to this point has been like pivotal, all right? And so it was in alignment for you to experience some of this for the sake of transformation, for the sake of alchemy, right? And there was a lot of coordinated energy or effort or action, right, sent your way. I feel like all of this has come to a point where, you know, there is this beautiful connection with spirit, with, you know, with the spiritual beliefs and being able to connect and have some sort of trusting in the divine, that like all of this is for you and that you are able to use this to your highest and greatest good, right? Like you are the magician. So you're able to use this energy towards whatever goal you set. And so it's like you had to have something to practice with. And so you practiced with this. It was like a bit of initiation here. It's like, how are you going to learn magic if you don't have anything to practice magic with? That's what I'm getting this was. So it was almost like it was a coordinated effort. And I feel like you're also being like set as an example here. You could be the example for this group, right? Like they could be learning a spiritual lesson through you. Look, the Emperor's here. All right, so I feel like, yeah, this could be like a wise old soul here. This could be a spirit guide. This could be a teacher or an ascended master. Could be a father figure here as well. But the Emperor is coming to get to, the Emperor's potentially coming to get this Empress. We'll see what this says. Hanged Man. So right now there's no action. It's patience. It's going within. Okay, so it's a bit of like hanging back, learning something, gaining a new perspective, experiencing what it's like to feel abandoned and rejected. Okay, there's that. It's like going within to gain a perspective on why this is playing out the way it's playing out. Like, what is the spiritual lesson here? Someone is going within for guidance to receive what this spiritual lesson is about. Like I said, like, you're not meant to be a part of this part, right? Like, you're on another. You've moved on here. Strength. They may be trying to find the strength. They may not have security or stability here. I feel like whatever they held close to their chest is no longer something that they can control. I feel like someone's having to release control. Okay, where they thought they had control, they do not. Okay, so there's also this like resistance. So I'm getting like sacrifice, having to surrender, being put in a position to surrender because of where we are energetically, right? Like thinking that you have the control over what somebody else does for a living or their life. I feel like someone is learning a hard lesson. Yeah, look at Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're having a passionate new beginning here. Or maybe someone's wanting a new passionate beginning with you, is what I'm getting, because they really have no stability. They may not even have a place to live. I feel like finances are falling out of their pocket. Whatever false sense of security they've had, I feel like it's over. There could have been like a Leo or a fire sign here that might have abandoned this energy or has gone in another direction here. I'm getting like false pride, false ego as well. Like maybe this false sense of security was as a result of their ego. All right. And there's a need to balance the ego and pride here. And the only way to do that is to hit them where it hurts, which is where this false sense of security and pride comes from in the first place, right? Surrounding yourself and holding on to materialism. King of Pentacles. They may see you as somebody who has a lot of abundance. They may want to bring in some sort of offer. There's a passionate new beginning coming in, potentially with a King of Pentacles that has an offer for you because they see that you're the star. So they see something in you like you're a unicorn. There's healing here. There's an ending here. There's accepting the inevitable here. There's a tower here. There's a massive ending playing out here. Oops. Did I see something flipped? I did. Queen of Cups. Yeah, someone is experiencing a massive ending with a Queen of Cups and a King of Cups. Look at. So the one that they thought was going to bring them such amazing experiences is the one who's a catalyst to the end of some kind. I feel like there's a massive ending playing out here. I feel like this also freed you too if you're the Queen of Cups. Tower. Yeah, this relationship is over. Whatever karmic relationship, these two water signs, two Cancer energies, this is what is playing out in the collective here. So they're experiencing their own endings and they're learning a spiritual lesson here. This very much could be a catalyst to like an ego death, okay? But the person who they had such strong value for is, you know, they're sleeping with the enemy over here. This Queen of Cups, part of her role is to, you know, serve this King of Cups karma. The one that's going to put the nail in the coffin here. Okay? And you're being moved on so that you are not impacted by any of this energy. And that's why they kept saying, get out of the way, because shit is hitting the fan for these two. Okay? And it's coming in the form of a tower. All right. I'm going to end it there. All right, I'm getting like you reap what you sow energy, and that's what's playing out here in the collective. So if this message was resonating for you in the sense of like you've completed your karmic contract, and since they created additional karmic contracts with each other, those are playing out here. And there's lessons being learned, but the wheel is closed, so things are playing out according to divine justice. Okay, because we do have justice here. All right, so things are finishing up, wrapping up. When we see the tens, look at this timer says 10 and then 0, 1. So it's like 10, 10. Okay, it's like a mirror image. So I'm getting like, do unto others as you want done unto yourself. All right, I feel like this is, you know, I could say a bunch of sayings, right? We've all heard them. So I feel like, yeah, karma's coming to deliver some. Karma's coming to collect some karmic debt. Someone is paying off some karmic debt here. They've accrued a lot. They've accrued a lot of karmic debt. All right. For what they've done. And so it's time to pay back. It's time to pay the piper. All right. Time to pay the piper. And maybe someone's all out of funds to pay the piper, but they didn't care about that before when they were trying to come after you. So there you have it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Lots of love. Bye now.